This is the WIG Day Update with Jakey Cave and Linda Quinn.
Following nearly 5 years of Achieving the Dream data work related to student success, TCC Northeast Campus convened a campus-wide meeting with faculty, staff, and administrators in October 2014. They worked collaboratively toward improved student support and success with high expectations of academic rigor.
The campus president then assembled a task team to develop a needs, goals, barriers, and solutions survey to determine what faculty, staff, and administrators needed to be able to improve student learning and success.
The survey of 296 Northeast Campus employees had a response rate of 30.5%, or about double the usual rate.
From the survey and subsequent conversations, including the President's Annual Leadership Retreat on June 1st, 2015, Northeast Campus faculty, staff, and administrators identified 4 broad objectives central to supporting student learning and success.
This was anchored by the wildly important goals developed by leaders from across the district. Those objectives were to, first, identify and meet student needs; second, improve communication; third, improve effectiveness and efficiency; and finally, enhance infrastructure for both facilities and technology.
Campus leaders, including faculty, staff, and administrators, continued to work throughout summer 2015 and into early fall to identify a number of concrete strategies for improvements using the 4 major objectives as a basic framework.
Steering teams were developed around the 4 broad objectives. Task teams of volunteers were also formed in each of the 4 areas.
These teams are made up of people who wanted to work on one or more of the strategies associated to each task team. Progress began as full-time faculty on 9-month contracts returned to campus for the fall semester.
The first charge of the task teams has now been largely completed. First, to develop project charters for each team, identifying task team goals and measures associated with those goals. Those project charters were presented at the campus leadership team meeting on September 25th.
The task teams are working to establish baseline data from the Office of Institutional Intelligence and Research so that worthy goals can be established and progress can be readily measured. The strategies and wildly important goals are to be used to establish institutional effectiveness plans, or IEP goals, for each planning unit, wherever appropriate and possible. Further, individual faculty and staff members are being asked to develop person-level key interventions or lead measures that align to task team goals measures where possible and desired.
Individuals also have the flexibility to create their own key interventions that tie directly and uniquely to the overall WIGS, as well as to form additional task teams as desired for ongoing coordination. The wildly important goals, or WIGS, are: increase course completion by all first-time in college students degree seeking by 20% over the previous year with a target goal of 82%.
Increase course completion for students on academic probation by 20% over the course completion rate for this group in the previous year.
Increase success by increasing fall-to-fall and fall-to-spring retention rates for all first-time in college students degree seeking by 20% for each period over the previous year with a target of 70% for fall-to-fall and 87% for fall-to-spring.
These goals, as part of the 4 broad objectives and strategies derived from the Northeast Campus Needs, Goals, Barriers, and Solutions Survey, will drive campus activities to improve student learning and success as campus personnel collectively maintain high expectations while improving high support.
Each week, one of the 4 steering teams will be highlighted in a WIGS report to offer progress updates and share best practices with colleagues across TCCD.
That's the WIG Update. We'll be right back with Ben Fishin and the Weather Report.
Plus, more WIG ideas from Northeast Campus after this break and a tune from our studio band, Free Oyster Bar, and their song, Don't Fear the Report.
Northeast won't feel the report. It's just like wind or the sun or the rain. We can be like they are. Come on, baby.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What's the matter with you guys in the band this week?
What's the matter, Mr. Big?
Missing. Something's missing.
Nothing's missing? Missing? Fellas,
Harry, lose that wig.
that's not a wig.
Cowbell. We need more cowbell.
That's it. They need more cowbell. Where's that blue guy? You know, the one on the crew. What's his first name?
Toro Blue. He's over there on the boom camera.
Mr. Blue, you know anything about cowbell? Come on.
For some answer has come. Here until it's gone. Northeast won't feel the report. It's just like wind or the sun or the rain. We can be like they are. Come on, baby. Don't feel the report. Baby, take my hand. Don't feel the report. We'll be able to fly. Don't feel the report. Baby, I'm your man.
We're back now with the weather report. Now that's more cowbell.
We are talking WIGS on the WIGS Update.
Wildly important ideas and where they're going. Here to wig out with us is the lead singer of the Free Oyster Bar Band, Alan Gobin.
Also, here is our weatherman, Jack Harrod, known professionally as Ben Fishin, to give us the weather report on whether the numbers are trending the way we expect for a great season ahead.
Ben Fishin, do you actually have the data on whether this plan will work? What is the weather report on WIGS?
Jakey, I'm glad you asked that. I've been working on a couple of things over the last few months. There are two main things that I've focused on. One is working on the project charters with the steering teams and the task teams. And these project charters are going to identify our measures and our goals and how we're going to actually measure to see if we're achieving our goals. The other thing that I've been working with institutional research and intelligence is they've developed some baseline data for us. And we're looking at those numbers so that we'll know when we've achieved our goals.
Alan, what questions do you think faculty and staff may have about WIGS?
Well, Linda, thank you for the question. I think that our folks are doing such a great job. We have great people. They work really hard among our faculty and our staff, and they help students succeed every day. We've talked a lot about having high expectations and keeping that bar high, but also providing more and more support for students. So I think a lot of people wonder, what can I do that I'm not already doing, because I'm working very hard to help student success happen already.
Well, as a TCC employee or any TCC employee comes up to you and says, what can I do specifically, what can they do?
Well, Jakey, we created this framework of steering teams and task teams around that needs, goals, barriers, and solutions survey, because those were the things our faculty and staff said they wanted to do anyway to help students succeed in their learning. And so when we look at what can we do, we have that structure to work within, but people can also just choose individual things that they can do. You know, if you always do what you always did, you always get what you always got. And so we put this framework together as a way that people can actualize progress together and truly make a difference. So people can choose individual things that they think will make a difference and do something different that will help move all of our students forward.
Tell me how the cowbell fits in.
Well, we looked at the Northeast Campus Award. That is our most prestigious award. It's awarded annually to a top performing employee. It's called the Branding Iron Award. And everybody really likes it, so we thought of a theme for that with the cowbell. and we will create a new prestigious award. This one will be a little more ad hoc in nature. It will be awarded to individuals or teams when they've done something very significant and notable to move student success forward. Then we will award a Cowbell Award on Northeast Campus for that.
Excellent.
That's all we have for the WIG report. I'm Linda Quinn.
And I'm Jakey Cabe, here with Ben Fishin and the Free Oyster Bar Band, reminding you to keep your wig on, because that's how you get more cowbell.
For some master has come here and soon it's gone. Northeast Smallfield, the report.
This has been the WIG Day Update with Jakey Cabe and Linda Quinn.